What if I told you that you could see the impossible? I mean, what if you had a camera lens so powerful it could not only catch a bird in mid-flight, but the rings of Saturn? Right from your own backyard? Well, today we're gonna do just that. We are going on a journey to the very edge of what's visible, using a crazy 3000mm super zoom lens to show you just how far we can really see. You know, there's a simple idea that's gonna guide us through this whole thing. Show, don't tell. We're not just gonna talk about what might be possible, we're gonna see it. We're gonna witness some absolutely incredible sights from right here on our planet all the way out to the far reaches of our solar system. So that brings us to the big question, right? What are the real limits of what we can see? Let's find out, and we're gonna start right here on Earth. Okay, first things first, before we even think about pointing this lens at the sky, we're gonna push the boundaries right here on our own planet. Let's see what we can find. So, look out there. That's 4.5 kilometers away, almost 3 miles. With your own eyes, you just see a blur, right? Maybe some shapes. But with this super zoom, bam! We can not only see people on that distant shore, we can actually tell you what color shirts they're wearing. I mean, that is the kind of power we are playing with here. All right, let's really stretch our legs now. How about 38 kilometers? That's about 24 miles away. We can clearly see individual wind turbines spinning across the bay. Now, believe it or not, this is pretty much the limit of how far we can see on land. And it's not because of the camera, it's because the Earth itself is curving away from us, literally hiding anything beyond the horizon. It's kind of like a wall we can't see over. With a lens like this, things like borders, they just disappear. From a spot in Turkey, we can zoom in and see the windows, the flowers, even boats in Greece. From the Asian side of Istanbul, we're looking at beaches on the European continent. We're not just taking pictures here, we're hopping across countries and even continents with a single lens. Okay, so we've pretty much hit the limits of what we can see on Earth. So, where do we go from here? The only way is up. Let's turn this powerful lens to the sky and see what's waiting for us out there in the cosmos. Welcome to the next leg of our journey, everybody. We are officially leaving Earth behind for a quick tour of our cosmic neighborhood. And our first stop is gonna be the red planet. And there it is, Mars. You see that iconic red color? That's basically rust, iron oxide covering its entire surface. It's this desert world, and get this, it has seasons a lot like ours. Right now, it's about 55 million kilometers away, just floating out there in the dark.
Okay, from the red planet, let's take a huge leap out to the undisputed king, the absolute giant of our solar system, Jupiter.
Jupiter is just on another level. The scale is, well, it's hard to even wrap your head around. You could fit over 1,300 Earths inside of it. And that swirly surface, it's all gas. There's no solid ground to stand on, anywhere. This absolute behemoth is 600 million kilometers away from us. And you see that famous spot, the Great Red Spot? That's not just some marking, that's a storm. A storm that is bigger than 3 Earths put together, and it has been swirling non-stop for at least 340 years. It is a hurricane of unimaginable size. But now, for what a lot of people think is the most beautiful sight in our entire solar system, Saturn. Just look at it. This view is from 1.2 billion kilometers away. Just saying that number out loud feels completely unreal. And those rings, they're a spectacle, right? They're made up of countless bits of ice and rock, some as small as a grain of sand, others as big as a mountain, all orbiting in this perfect, breathtakingly thin disk. Oh, and it's also unbelievably cold there, like minus 178 degrees Celsius on average. But okay, here is the part that will absolutely blow your mind. It takes the light from Saturn 66 minutes to travel all the way to our camera. So think about what that means. You are not seeing Saturn as it is right now. You are seeing Saturn as it was 66 minutes ago. We're literally looking back in time. If Saturn were to just disappear, poof, we wouldn't even know about it for over an hour. Wild. All right, after that little trip into the past, let's bring our gaze a lot closer to home. Let's look at our constant companion in the night sky, our moon. You know, the first thing you'd notice if you were on the moon is the gravity, or the lack of it. It's only about 1/6 of what we have here on Earth. So that means if you weigh, say, 60 kilograms here, you'd only weigh about 10 kilograms on the moon. You could jump 6 times higher. And with our super zoom, we can see its surface in just stunning detail. All those pits and scars you see, those are craters. They're from billions of years of being smacked by meteorites. It's estimated there are 500,000 of them up there, a permanent record of our solar system's violent past. Okay, we've seen across continents, we've seen across the solar system, but now it's time for the final and by far the most difficult challenge: to capture a tiny, man-made object hurtling through space as it passes in front of the moon. We're going after the International Space Station. Now, getting a shot of the ISS passing in front of the moon, this is not about luck. It's more like planning a heist. It takes astronomical precision. You need special software to figure out the exact time and the exact place on Earth you need to be. For this one shot, it took a 750-kilometer journey, all for a moment that lasts less than half a second. And here's why it's so hard. The ISS is just screaming through its orbit at 28,000 kilometers per hour. It goes around the entire Earth 16 times a day. You're not just trying to photograph a moving target, you're trying to photograph a bullet with another, much slower moving target behind it. And so you wait. With 11 minutes to go, every setting is checked and double-checked. 1 minute left, the camera is rolling. There's nothing to do now but hold your breath. And then, there it is. Success. A tiny black silhouette just zips across the face of the moon. It's this fleeting, perfect moment, and it's the payoff for all that insane planning. Just let that sink in for a second. We started this whole journey by being able to see what shirts someone was wearing from 4.5 kilometers away, and we've ended it by capturing a human-made laboratory as it passed in front of the moon 384,000 kilometers from where we're standing. This entire journey, from a distant shore to a whole other world, was made possible just by pushing technology to its limits, right here from the ground. It really leaves you with a final, kind of inspiring thought, doesn't it? If this is what one person can see today, what incredible new sights and discoveries are waiting for us tomorrow?